The majority of Americans want Obamacare repealed, but the liberal media continue to promote it. They're pushing a left-wing agenda and calling it news. It's time the liberal media tell the truth. Go to tellthetruth2010.org and join the fight.
Good afternoon. It's Wednesday, November 10th, 2010. I'm Eric Scheiner with Right Now on CNSNews.com. Here's a look at some of what we have for you today. After a divisive and contentious midterm election, we warm you with some feelings of togetherness. They say it won't last, but those crazy kids at the right-leaning National Taxpayers Union and the left-leaning U.S. Public Research Group are seeing each other and united against a $1.3 trillion federal deficit. Hand in hand, they're proposing $600 billion in federal budget cuts over the next 5 years. In the recently released report, they highlight 31 specific examples of wasteful government spending that they say can be eliminated. Chris Johnson's article has all the details. Be sure to check it out. And it's funny how sometimes a little bipartisan flirtation can lead to something deeper. Democratic Senate Budget Committee Chairman Kent Conrad speaking out yesterday, saying he hopes the debate over extending the Bush tax cuts sparks an overhaul of the entire tax structure.
If I were able to make the decision, I would go for changing the tax system fundamentally. And I'd have an extension until that was accomplished.
Conrad speaking about fighting U.S. debt at an event sponsored by the Peter G. Peterson Foundation. Fred Lucas has that story. There are some mixed signals coming from Afghanistan. President Barack Obama says U.S. forces will begin to withdraw from the region this coming July. But U.S. Lieutenant General William Caldwell, the commander of the NATO training mission in Afghanistan, says U.S. forces will be active there through 2014.
It's the end of December in 2014 when they're talking about that President Karzai has said they want Afghan security forces in the lead. It doesn't mean that there will still not be coalition forces here in support of them, but the primary lead for security in this country must have been established with the Afghan security force in the lead by the end of 2014.
Edwin Mora has the latest in his report. And now getting together, former CIA Director James Woolsey and Oklahoma voters, both supporting a measure that passed last week barring state judges from relying upon Islamic law as the basis for making court decisions. A measure that's being challenged in federal court by Muslim groups. Woolsey, a member of a group of policy experts dedicated to exposing the dangers of Sharia law, claims the Islamic system of laws represents a danger to the United States. Find out exactly how in Dan Joseph's story. But for now, we must depart. We'll get back together again tomorrow. But meanwhile, stay informed. Click around right now on CNSNews.com.